welcome back to Sewanee Sports Academy Cobb, also known as All Tournament Players Park, as we get ready to bring you our final broadcast of the night and of the summer kickoff. It is the championship game between Essence Girls Basketball and the Georgia Hoopstars. I'm Marcus Burnett. I'll be joined on the mic shortly by Mr. JLHemingway. Just concluded a great championship game between AOT and Pistols Mario, one in which Pistols Mario came out victorious. Now we'll see who will win this matchup between Essence and the Georgia Hoopstars. It'll take the Hoopstars long to get on the board as number 20, Tiana Swearinger, gets the bucket to make it a 2-0 advantage.
Marcus, I'm back with you after a quick break in that first championship game. Glad to be here with you, as always, to announce the Georgia Hoopstars championship game, and some new faces here for us from Essence, team out of Florida. Athletic team, got several drivers, very versatile, can play inside out. I think it should be a very good matchup, very evenly matched at that.
We see McKenna Puenge get the steal. She can't get the bucket to go. Frazier with the strong take. 4-0 advantage in favor of the Georgia Hoopstars.
Yeah, as I was alluding to a moment ago, both of these teams really rely upon high pace, up-tempo play, lots of defense, and that's what we're seeing here early on.
Shaterica O'Neal with the bucket there for Essence Girls Basketball. They're on the board. They only trail by 2. Frazier over to Duncan. Duncan for 3. No good. Rebound there by number 30. Off the glass. Number 5 for Essence, Tierra Wilkes. Shot's no good. Essence with the rebound. They'll push.
Yeah, here early on, you see a lot of pressure in the full court, even off of misses. You see the Hoopstars there trying to trap, and Puenge couldn't quite cut the sideline off there and picks up the foul. I think we're going to see a lot of that, at least early on.
You see McKenna Puenge applying the defensive pressure. We talked about her and her ability to really wreak havoc on the defensive end when she sits in that chair and gets on her defender. We saw that one of the first plays of the game right here over near the broadcast booth, that she was able to force a turnover, missed the layup, but played great defense.
I think I don't know if it's underrated or not talked about, but in my opinion, I think that's one of her greatest attributes, is the ability to be able to defend. Actually, I was speaking to some college coaches earlier today about her and her abilities, and obviously she's a shooter and a very good offensive player at that. But I think that she'll be able to give minutes at the next level if she buys into that defensive end and guarding the basketball.
Turning a trip to the free throw line now, Shaterica O'Neal. She's got the front part of the and one. She's got the front part of the and one. Misses the second. Puenge for 3. Just short. You see the Hoopstars converge there along the sideline. Ball still loose. Essence able to pick it up. Essence will reset it up top. Catch and shoot. The finish by Tajay Norman.
Yeah, nice little high post flash there by Norman. Nice little touch in the mid-range. Gives Essence a 4-point lead.
That will send Uche to the free throw line.
Uche really fits into the way the Hoopstars like to play. A smaller, I'll call her a forward, even though she plays the post position, on on this particular team, but her being a little smaller, a little quicker allows Hoopstars really to get up and down and pressure that basketball.
As she gets to the head, Tajay Norman's going to try about 3 to 4 feet.
Pressure him a little bit too much. It's going to open up some gaps, as you see right here, but again, the long arms of Poenge can be able to negate a lot of that.
Poenge has it knocked away. Nice defense by Swearinger. Scored the first bucket of the game for the Hoopstars. This time gets it to Frazier. Nice defense without fouling there along the baseline by Essence. 2 substitutions in for the Hoopstars. Into the game, got number 2, Kelsey Arnold, as well as number 15, Rain Beeman.
Both of those kids have had solid weekends so far. Arnold has shot the ball a little bit better this tournament than what we've seen in the past. We know that's definitely something that she can do. And Beeman, of course, always good in that mid-range.
That's Kelsey Arnold. Shows that she's picking up where she's left off this weekend, and she splashes that three-pointer, making it an 8-10 ball game. 2 substitutions for Essence. Into the game, number 34, Dominique Jeffrey, as well as number 10, Antoinette Williams.
Yeah, we mentioned Arnold, and Arnold really seems to be picking up some confidence here as of late, being able to shoot the ball a little bit better, understanding spacing and finding her spot on the floor.
Frazier with the elbow jumper.
As we've seen so many times before, Marcus, it's that's what she's so good at doing, that one dribble. She'll kind of set you up and lull you to sleep to the left hand, cross it back over to the right, and then explode. There's great elevation on that jumper. Ties this game up here at 10.
And she always makes you guard that attack. She stays in attack mode, constantly getting to that third level. Like you said, does a great job of really baiting them and then knocking down that mid-range. It's a 10-10 ball game. Antoinette Williams tries a 3. She's just short. Rebound by Allison Johnson, who gets it over to Frazier. Arnold, another 3-point attempt. That one's no good. Ball last touch by Essence. Checking into the game for the Essence girls, number 12, Erna Normal.
Yeah, I think this is a common theme that what you're going to see in this game. Lots of guard play, lots of quickness out here. Both teams literally playing 4 guards and 1 forward out there. So what you're going to see is a lot of kids, attacking the hoop and a lot of pressure defense.
Can't get the first free throw to go. There's Beeman. In and out on the second. So it's still squared up at 10. Antoinette Williams has it. Solomon, that pass intended for Williams, is going to have a turnover. Georgia Hoopstars pressure there at work. Frazier kicks it over to Arnold. Now Johnson has it. I've been impressed with the way the Hoopstars have moved the ball around here so far in this game. Frazier is always in attack mode, and that's a good thing for this team, but a lot of times it can be more attack as opposed to really, skipping the ball around and doing what we're seeing them do today.
Yeah, no doubt. If there's a term or phrase that I picked up from the 2014 NBA Finals is this idea of not letting the ball stick. Don't let it stick in your hands. The Spurs were great at having that ball just pop, pop, pop around the around the perimeter.
Low High School attendee misses the first free throw. Checking back into the game, number 20, Tiana Swearinger, as Alex Frazier gets a seat. Essence has it. Williams in a tough spot there, tries to force it inside. Swearinger's all over it. We're going to have a foul there against Dominique Jeffrey of Essence. Checking back into the game for Essence is going to be number 22, Shaterica O'Neal.
And you could hear Essence coach, Coach Ramin, talking to her team, hey, get it off the sideline. And against a pressing and attacking group like the Hoopstars are, getting the ball over there on the sideline in the corners, it really cuts down on your operating space. It makes it difficult. And obviously what you'll see is some turnovers here.
Another trip to the free throw line for Raquel Cranston.
Cranston's an interesting prospect. Been on our radar for some time. Got decent size for a wing position. I think in many ways, she's, just waiting to turn that corner when it comes to productivity. You see all of the energy, you see all the measurables, and I think, this tournament and the rest of July is going to be important for her gaining that confidence.
Job of playing the passing lane, getting the steal. There was Erna Normal, can't finish on the other end. Beeman gets it to Cranston in traffic. He's able to get it to Duncan. Wenge with it up top. Nice floater. Won't go, but it's going to be a trip to the charity stripe for Beeman.
The interesting thing about Beeman as a prospect, and you wouldn't know this unless you've watched her play several times like we have, she shoots the ball left-handed, but she's really right-handed. So you'll notice that when she puts it on the deck, she likes to go right-handed. You'll notice that she even shot that floater right-handed. But her jump shot is left-handed, so it's a tough cover for defenders if you don't know, if you don't have her scouted properly.
Yeah. Weight room move inside there, a little bit too strong on the shot there was Lena Battles. Shaterica O'Neal takes it away. It's going to be a foul against Bernice McGriff.
Coach Cassandra is calling, for the fouls, and, rightly so. A lot of contact out here, but boy, when you play this fast up and down, there's going to be a lot of contact. Call all of it.
Yeah. Brianna Saunders guarding inside right now, number 42 for the Hoopstars. She's checked back into the game. She's going to pick up her first foul there. And it will send number 34, Dominique Jeffrey, to the free throw line.
Saunders is another prospect on the rise, so to speak, gaining confidence, trying to put it all together. Not every day that you see a 6'2". She's almost even 6'3" herself. Has that good of feet and able to run. And I would say that she's a kid that if she ends up on a college roster someday, it may be her sophomore, even junior year, she gets some consistent time, not only in the weight room, but
shot made there by Chantry Solomon.
Solomon really impressed me yesterday as she comes up with another steal here and a pitch ahead. She's going to come up with the assist. I really believe that Solomon could be the difference in this game for Essence if she gets going. She's one of those natural playmakers with the ball in her hands. Kid that you can clear out for, let her create, as you saw just a moment ago. Really kind of puts you in that mind of Kiana Jeter that we saw from the NC Lady Gyms. Essence has a lot of kids that can attack off the bounce, but I think Solomon could be the most talented of them all.
Nice pass there by Frazier and the finish by Saunders. Solomon, the aforementioned Solomon, makes the nice pass ahead there. Shot won't stay down though for Wilkes. Comes Beeman the other way.
Okay, Rain. Two little in and out moves right there, and a crossover and a nice step through. You see what people and coaches are getting excited about with Beeman.
Yeah.
You know, those open court moves, really special. And I want to point out something too, a great stretch right there for Bree Saunders. Running the court, ends up finishing a play, catching a pass from Frazier on one end, runs to the court, back down to the other, gets a defensive rebound and an outlet. Now those are things that sometimes can get easily ignored.
Yeah.
But for a big kid to be able to run that hard and convert two plays, now that's big because not every kid can make that play. You know, if you're 5'8", if you're like me out there, running up and down the court, you can't necessarily make that play because you're too short, you'll be out of position and such. Sometimes just being where you're supposed to be, running the court, doing your job, you can end up converting plays like that, and that was a good stretch there for Saunders.
Strong take by Frazier.
And that's just special. Special baseline drive, being able to kiss it off the glass.
Working inside, Terrica O'Neal. Frazier has two defenders in her face on that one. Shot's no good. Last touch by the Hoopstars. Back over to Essence.
There's a situation there where Frazier was feeling good, but I think she's got to recognize that. She had two defenders on her, kind of forced that one. I think if she takes that bad shot out of herself and maybe looks to make the extra pass, I think that's an area of her game that she can definitely improve on. But her talent, her ability to finish, undeniable.
O'Neal off on the shot. Arnold off the mark there, ball's loose. Tied up, and the jump ball is going to keep it with the Hoopstars.
Now, tough shot right there by Arnold. Really in traffic, a little forced. It's going to work out here. Hoopstars are going to keep it. You like to see a ball reversal if you don't get something sweet. That was a term that college coach that I worked for, when I was a student assistant. Something sweet means, an easy post entry on the first side, a wide open three-point jumper. That wasn't really sweet. It wasn't easy. She had the shot fake. She had somebody in her hand. You really like to see that ball get over to the right side of the floor, find somebody open.
Yeah.
And I think more than anything else, that's a learned ability. Having that feel, for the game. And I think that's the toughest part of the game, quite honestly, is you put all this time into, the gym and training and getting up extra jump shots, and then you come out here and you play 5-on-5, and the things that you've worked on 1-on-0 or even 1-on-1 in the gym doesn't always translate. So good learning opportunities always.
Point Hemi. See how the Hoopstars can make this happen out of the timeout. Don't get the 2 points initially, but Caitlin Duncan with a chance to get it from the free throw line.
Now, I like that from Duncan. They have passed the ball a couple of times.
That's going to do it for the first half. Sorry, that was Victoria Hadler working on that bucket. So thanks for joining us here on Prospects Nation TV. We'll catch you back here after halftime.
And we're back, second half action here of the Peach State basketball summer kickoff. Last game of the day, and this game is the championship game of the JLHemingwayPSB bracket, and we've got second half coverage coming for you live right now, and that's McKenna Pwinge with a long range jumper there. We've got a 30-27 ball game in favor of Essence. Going to have a turnover there down along the baseline, and the Hoopstars are going to regain possession of this high-tempo game. Lots of turnovers, but lots of defense to force those turnovers for sure. Keys for the second half will be obviously taking care of the basketball, getting good shots, making good decisions, not rush decisions in the half court. It's going to be an offensive foul there against Essence. It's on number 22. That's Shaterica.
Foul call going to go against Lena Battles. Pwinge off the mark on that shot. With the ball now, Lena Battles. Tough take there. Number 3, Victoria Hadler. Looks like that foul's going to go against Duncan, I believe.
Yeah, Hadler's a tough matchup there. I talked about it, touched about it on the first half. You know, just how tough of a cover she can be there, you know, in the high post area. She's got some length, you know, quick jumping ability. Yeah, I really predict that come this second half, she could be the difference maker if the Hoopstars don't have a counter, you know, to that athleticism that she brings to the lane.
Frazier to Pwinge. Pwinge back up top to Frazier. Nice ball movement. That's a good look. Pwinge unable to knock it down.
Now that's a shot that you'll live with right there. Not only do you pass it multiple times, but you get it inside out. You know, does the ball touch the paint? You know, that's one of the questions that you always ask yourself, especially against the zone.
Split through and the finish by Caitlin Duncan, one of the more versatile players that you'll see here at the PSB events.
She's given her verbal commitment to Furman University. Going to be a Lady Paladin, Greenville, South Carolina.
$1 million question. What is a Paladin?
Oh no, I knew you were going to ask that.
Got no clue. At first it kind of puts me in the mindset, you know, going to college in St. Louis. I went to Washington University, St. Louis. Our mascot we were the Bears. At St. Louis, their mascot was the Billikens.
Yep.
The Billikens. I don't know what a Paladin is, but I want to say it's somewhere in that Billiken family. I got to look that up once I get home.
Okay, well, the good thing about modern media these days is that I can be a color guy, and I've got Google at my fingertips, so, you know, if you're listening at home, you can probably Google with me. Wow, okay, now this is going to take you back here, Marcus. Any of the 12 peers of Charlemagne's court, of whom the Count Palatine was the chief.
Wow.
A knight renowned for heroism and chivalry.
Wow.
So, first off, you got to know who Charlemagne is. And me being a history teacher at one point in my life, I have a little bit of background on that. I'm not sure how much our listeners are really interested in hearing medieval Western European history.
Yeah, probably not. I think we could probably all just say that Paladin is not really a mascot that gets you fired up. You know what the Tigers can do. You know the Bears are going to rip them apart. But, what is the Paladin?
Well, hold on now. I did say it was a night of heroism and chivalry. So, a Paladin is one that is heroic, defender, defender of Furman University. And, and that, it's one of pride and stature and clout. So
right on, man. That's what you gotta love about school spirit, team spirit.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, whether it's a night, whether it's a Paladin, whatever the case may be, you gotta go out there and get it done. So shout out to Furman and the Paladins as their future prospect, future player Caitlin Duncan and her Georgia Hoopstars currently in this battle against Essence girls basketball.
Way to wrap it up right there, Marcus. Thanks for bringing us back into reality.
I sensed a couple people reaching for the browser. I could sense it. As it looks like we're going to have a cramp there by number 22, Shaterica O'Neal. She knocks down that jumper as soon as she comes down. Like she had a little bit of a lock up there. First she thought she needed a sub, but she's going to actually try to play through it. When you see that leg cramp up, it's hard not to think about, Spurs Heat game 1.
Hey, in a gym, I don't know if this gym is nearly as hot as what it was in San Antonio, but I can tell you it's not cool in here, that's for sure.
And people can say what they want. It is very hard to do anything with your legs.
Yeah.
That whole thing locks and cramps up.
I agree, 100%. Definitely not a LeBron hater, in that sense. If you're cramping, it just kind of is what it is.
Yeah. Still trying to fight through it is Shaterica O'Neal. Looks like she's going to get a breather, be able to straighten that out.
Well, and again, we talk about it so many times. 4 games, 2 days, not a lot of rest. Hot gym, July, you got to stay hydrated in that sense.
Right inside for the rebound. Hoopstars come away with it. Here's Swearinger going to kick it out. Arnold.
I like it. I like it a lot there, Marcus. I like the fact that Swearinger was unselfish. She could have tried to make a play for herself, but she gave it up early.
Yeah.
And Arnold caught it in rhythm and just ripped the nets off.
Swearinger with the drive. She comes up a little gimpy, but she's going to walk to the free throw line with a chance to get 2.
And you can see what Swearinger brings to the floor. She's been a kid that a lot of schools are tracking. A lot of kids, a lot of schools like, for obvious reasons. She may not have the ideal height, that you want, but I throw all that stuff out the window. She's a winner. She's a competitor. She makes the right play at the right moment. As you saw on consecutive possessions here, one time she dribbles it down, hits the open shooter. The next time she attacks the rim, draws the foul, knocks down 2 free throws. Her and Frazier in the backcourt, that's a tough duo.
Definitely is. They're huge spark plugs for this team. Swearinger started off the game with the first bucket for the Hoopstars. Frazier kind of helped pick it up from there. Allison Johnson never stops moving here for this Hoopstars team. Can't get the first free throw to go.
Yeah, like I mentioned before, Johnson, real hustle player. At forward, going to do all the dirty work. Showed some nice footwork there in the lane. That errant pass there by number 12, Normal.
Frazier gets it in the corner to Johnson. The extra pass to Swearinger. No good, but we're seeing Arnold again with the activity and the hustle plays that you talked about in the first half.
That's her shot. That's her shot, and if you let her get to 15 feet off that left-handed bounce, it's almost as good as catch, assuming it's a one-on-one situation.
That shot off the mark there by Normill. From the Hoopstars the other way. Elbow jumper for Swearinger, nothing but net.
Mid-range has been good for the Hoopstars right here.
That it has. It's just now a 37-37 ball game with 8:52 left to play. Just really, I mean, the Hoopstars, their style of play is always very up and down defensively. They get at you. They force turnovers. They and oftentimes find a way to ugly the game up to where they're able to win it just with their style of play. But I've just been real impressed with the way they've been able to move the ball. I touched on it a little bit in the first half, but not only do you see it from a standpoint of their team chemistry, but I think from where they've gotten from when the season started to now here in July, they're in a good position to be able to offer themselves maximum exposure here during July by winning games and being able to play, be the team that can close the gym out at the end of these events.
Well said. There are people out there that say, hey, winning and losing in July doesn't really matter. I've seen those tweets, and quite honestly, I laugh at those things, because if you're playing a game, well, shouldn't you play to win? Regardless if you're playing in July or December, coaches usually follow the winner's bracket. And, if you move right, in the bracket, well, coaches are usually going to be there regardless, if you're playing for exposure or competitiveness. And I think that the other thing is that if you're playing competitively, well, that's going to give you better exposure, as opposed to being blown out by 30. Who's going to recruit a kid that, constantly plays on a losing team? So with all that being said, yes, Coach Davis and the Hoopstars have definitely positioned themselves very well, playing much better as a cohesive unit. And you look at, there's an old saying in coaching realms, at the end of the season, do you want 2 new plays or do you want 2 new players? Not the sense of 2 new players of, well, you get 2 new transfers mid-season, but instead, do you have 2 kids that are contributing more, or they've developed their game, to the point where they're essentially a new player? And I think that's what Coach Davis has got with some of his players.
Yeah.
Kelsey Arnold is a new player. She's a new contributor. She wasn't doing this, back in April and May. So that's important.
Yeah, great example. Essence with the ball. Here's Williams. All over the passing lane is Swearinger. Layup drill on the other end.
Yeah, both teams really playing the passing lanes, and boy, the telegraphing of passes right now by Essence is costing them. I like that by Frazier. Arnold gives her a pass, and immediately Frazier points right to her and says, hey, nice pass. Way to be a good teammate.
Good shot, won't go though. Swearinger's gonna get it ahead to Arnold. Arnold's got Johnson running with her, drops it off to her.
Ooh.
Layup won't go.
Bringing the bigger body back in to kind of counteract the smaller lineup by the Hoopstars. So now, guess what? You got the bigger player inside. That's a mismatch. Can you get the easy buckets that you need? I think that's what Coach Cassandra is looking for here. If Tajay can give her team a quick bucket or 2, maybe flip this momentum back in their favor.
Norman, we saw her working inside on the last one, knocked down 2 jumpers in the first half as well. 6:34 left to play in this one. Frazier to inbound it for the Hoopstars. Arnold, no good. Nice rebound inside there by O'Neal. Three-pointer on the way, too strong. Here's Arnold. That foul gonna go against Battles.
Both teams not shy at all to fire it up there.
Definitely not.
Hey, Arnold says, hey, I'm a shooter. I'm supposed to shoot. And, you know, can't argue with that, really.
Nice steal. And the finish by Shaterica O'Neal. Cramped up a couple minutes ago. She's playing through it. Right through the hands of Frazier and back over to Essence.
Just like that, you see some careless turnovers by the Hoopstars, and now guess what? This momentum, you start to feel it shifting back in favor of the Essence Ball Club.
Tierra Wilkes, no good on the shot. Caitlin Duncan with the rebound, clears it to Frazier. Frazier draws the foul. It's going to go against O'Neal, number 22. Send Frazier to the free throw line. Back into the game for the Hoopstars. Number 21, McKenna Puenge. Checking back into the game for Essence, number 25, Chantrice Solomon. There's Wilkes with it, guarded by Duncan. Duncan.
And this has been a continual problem for Essence. They've got that 2-1-2 look, and quite honestly, the Hoopstars are really jumping that passing lane, anticipating and really setting up a lot of steals.
Lena Battles with the big bucket there.
An important three right there after some turnovers.
Take by Frazier. Luckily for Essence, she misses it. Battles, a lot of air under that pass, but it still gets to Wilkes, and Wilkes gets it to stay down. 47-47 ball game.
Up and down, back and forth, just like we predicted, Marcus. A close one. I think this one's going to go all the way to the buzzer.
Be just like our last championship game, a close one between AOT and Pistols Mario. Wingate kicks out. Damon, nice jump hop. Working inside after getting that rebound. Foul going to go against Tajay Norman.
Boy, that was a slick move right there by Beeman. Put it on the right hand and then changed her angles of her shoulders. Almost got that right-handed floater to fall. Sticks with it and then draws the foul. You see both coaches sticking to the plan of very liberal substitution patterns, and quite honestly, you're going to have to with this heat, the fatigue setting in.
Solomon working hard inside. Looks like Solomon might have come down on somebody else's shoe there. Kind of grabbing that right ankle.
Sub.
So Solomon going to have a seat into the game. And number 10, Antoinette Williams. Deep two for Beeman. Heyman's shooting the ball with more confidence these days as well.
Big plays made by a lot of different players here on both sides.
Essence turnover, miscommunication on the pass there by Jeffrey. Oh, one of the things a better team than those particular plays reflect. Shot off by Puenge. Here's O'Neal. Hadley, you talk about how much of a matchup problem she is. You see exactly why right there. She gets a big bucket.
I really believe that she could be an X factor because I don't think that the Hoopstars have anybody to match not only her size but her strength and a quick first step.
There's Frazier with it. Fouled on the play. Addison Alexandra Frazier out of Central Gwinnett High School to the free throw line.
Something to be said about a kid that can draw fouls, you know, without doing too much. Sometimes she walks that line of, you know, doing too much versus, you know, creating a good play. But her value definitely is, you know, in the positive when it comes to that.
Yeah.
You know, it's almost like in football, that running back that can grind out the 3.5 yards, you know, per carry that you need each time when you give it to him. That's what Frazier is to this basketball team.
Solomon has that ball. Looks like it was partially tipped by McGriff. Goes off of Solomon's leg, but it's chased down by Wilkes. Hustle there by Swearinger to get in the position to draw the offensive foul.
Big charge taken there by Swearinger, and you can see she's kind of hobbled a little bit. Coach Davis has kept her on the bench the better part of this second half because of that, but bringing her back in here in winning time. But it's going to be Alex Frazier that is trying to put the final nail in this coffin.
Strong take right there, hesitated for a second, split through the hole, finished with the left hand. And one for Frazier. 8-point advantage for Essence. Still not impossible to come back, but time not on their side here. Solomon going to take the two. Won't go. Nice rebound by Duncan. J.D. Davis gets a timeout. 1:06 remaining in the game.
You can't say enough about Frazier and her ability to make plays. It was her mid-range game early, but it's been her ability to get all the way to the third level, draw fouls, and finish at the bucket as you saw on the previous play. Definitely coming up big in so-called winning time.
And you mentioned her finding that happy medium between, you know, maybe being too aggressive or forcing it and knowing when to attack. And in this game, you know, with the exception of maybe 2 or 3 shots, she's been right on the money when she's decided to attack.
Yeah, no doubt. No doubt. And when you're a coach, you know, those are conversations that you've got to have with your player about, you know, attacking too, you know, more or attacking less. But when you got your stud, you know, so to speak, you got to let him or her go, you know, and they're going to make mistakes, you know, like we talked about before. But you just got to have confidence that in the end they're going to make more good plays than bad.
Yeah.
Because at the same time, you don't want to be in their ear too much to say, you know, get them thinking, well, you know, should I not, you know, things like that. So I think Coach Davis has done a good job of getting that balance, because, you know, Frazier, you know, we've seen the passes and the facilitating, you know, as well too. So there's obviously that good balance between the two aspects of her game.
Free throws in and out. Ball's going to be last touch by the Hoopstars. Go back over to Essence. As you can tell, both teams kind of getting tired of each other out there.
Yeah. They're so similar, you know, to one another in style of play. You can understand why they would be.
Solomon stops and pops. Essence pulls to within 6. Swearinger gets it across the timeline. Foul going to go against Wilkes. It's going to send Swearinger to the free throw line. 16.6 seconds left to play.
And it's all just a matter now of making free throws, handling the basketball, and not fouling on the defensive end. Those are the ways that you can win the game. And Swearinger taking another step towards securing this championship here.
In and out on the second free throw. Rebound by Solomon. Have a foul call that's going to be on the floor. So we appreciate you joining us here for the Summer Kickoff Championship. Be sure to stick with us. We'll have webcasts from the Real Deal in DeVille Session 1, which kicks off tomorrow, as well as Real Deal in DeVille Session 2.
Yeah, big week in front of us, Marcus. Certainly no shortage of good basketball in front of us. Hope you all will join us for those broadcasts ahead.
Off shot, rebound by Caitlin Duncan, and that's going to do it. I'm Marcus Burnett. He's JL Hemingway, and we appreciate you joining us here on Prospects Nation and SUVtv. We'll catch you back here next time.
Actually, his sister is going to be the